and stormy night. Wembley was packed to the brim with Yawnermites from Bloodborne. The arena was a chorus of slams and screams as climactic moments happened in front of their wondrous eyes. The hero, timeless Toni Storm, faced the villain, Mariah May, for the AEW World Women's Championship. Mariah was her understudy and portrayed Toni Storm in a move straight out of the film All About Eve, a storyline of high quality influenced by the brilliant, clever, and hilarious mind of one specific person. Mina Shirakawa. Mariah May would defeat Toni Storm, and in her defeat, Toni would reach a level of delusion not quite seen in her before, a mental breakdown of both acceptance and loss, further pushing her into a deteriorating mental state. Timeless Toni Storm started as this punk rock girl who lost her mind and succumbed to madness. Believing she was an A-list actress from the golden era of Hollywood, she approached her matches just like it was a role in a film. The ring was her stage. Everything you'd think would appear to this meerkat who yells about the same thing all the time. But the timeless character's early beginning reminded me of Jennifer Lawrence.
And then I came to the Oscars. I'm sorry, I did a shot before I...
Jennifer Lawrence is a good actress. I can recognize her talent, but at the same time, something about J-Law takes me out of the picture when she performs. That was the same for timeless Toni Storm, you know? I don't know. Overdoing it to a fault, but that's just my opinion, you know?
You don't worry about peaking too soon.
Well, now I am.
But either way, Toni Storm would balance her character's delusion, drama, and weird antics with an interesting character arc and depth. Toni Storm has figured out her character, in my opinion, and now I can appreciate her. However, Toni Storm is delusional. She had a woman under the influence moment and has displayed layers of mania with her madness and delusions. Her only way to accept this loss is to move into a different role, and she does this by going back to the past. She goes to Stardom and challenges the GOAT, Mayu Iwatani, for the IWGP World Women's Championship. Toni Storm needs gold around her to justify her existence, and the reason she chose Mayu Iwatani can be answered by looking at their record. Mayu Iwatani has never defeated Toni Storm. Toni won the World of Stardom Championship after Mayu was injured early in their match, and then successfully defended the title against the returning Mayu after 2 straight Storm Zeros. Toni Storm was quite aware that she possessed the skills to topple Mayu Iwatani, so if there was a title she could confidently behold, it was this one. Toni Storm is a rare double winner of the Cinderella and the 5-star within the same year. To make a good sequel to her Stardom run would bring glory back to the timeless one. But Mayu Iwatani grew far stronger and is ready to face Toni Storm in battle to finally seek that catharsis against a woman she hasn't been able to beat. It's a classic tale of the tape, with a cat peering through the ring. The story was that of a Star's Return performance in Japan against the icon of Stardom. Mayu would certainly welcome her back with the power of her brute viciousness. Toni Storm's role this time wasn't the full delusional character of the timeless one. As soon as the bell rang, we got the hybrid of old Toni Storm, wrestling dominantly, psychologically targeting the neck of Mayu, blended with the timeless one who thinks so highly of her talent and utilizes old school style of wrestling form. The confidence and wisdom of timeless Toni Storm to keep after Mayu, steadily after the neck, preparing her for the Storm Zero, her finishing pile driver to the head. Punishing Mayu, where Mayu expresses the deep, slow, painful, agonizing crawl, using bits of herself to reach the safety zone of relief. Mayu was Mayu, GOAT for a reason. She was in constant desperation. Whenever she was in control, it was out of a flurry of moves. Her body control is always on another level, and her faces after hitting big moves with confidence to continue battling were impeccable. She tried to immediately hit the Poison Rana, but was foiled and punished severely for attempting. The way Mayu would continue to rise and continue fighting as hard as she can, her stubbornness has always been Mayu's best weapon, the refusal to admit defeat. Toni Storm would nail a perfect Storm Zero, and Mayu's face is perfect. The slight muttering to herself, the heavy breathing, and the eyes, the face, that face. Toni Storm would force another Storm Zero on Mayu, and she would instantly kick out. So the frustrated Toni Storm would repeat the way she beat Mayu way back in the day, with back-to-back Storm Zeros, then add another zero to that for a triple Storm Zero, and still big match Mayu cannot be defeated. Toni Storm understands that this is a much different Mayu Iwatani. This is zombie mode Mayu, where her body and mind separate into 2 entities. The body is finished. 4 Storm Zeros ended that, but Mayu's chicken brain is alive and fighting. giving her one desperate attack with a counter super kick and quickly into the top rope poison Rana. One of the best moves in wrestling, completely obliterates timeless Toni Storm for the Mayu Iwatani defense. Mayu Iwatani had finally defeated Toni Storm, and immediately all the pain rushes into Mayu, and you see it right away. And with the title in her hand, she holds it dearly, knowing very well she almost lost it. Toni Storm portrayed the antagonist who has beaten the champion and lost with honor and grace. Instead of having another woman under the influence moment, Toni Storm declares how much she loves Mayu Iwatani, and they embrace. Because this isn't a classic Hollywood story, this isn't TMC, this isn't directed by Cecil DeMille, no one is ready for timeless Toni Storm's close-up. This is Stardom, and Stardom is an anime. And once again, despite the vicious battle and overcoming the undefeated streak Toni Storm held over Mayu Iwatani, as they embraced in the ring, that is the stage for all to give the final applause. And then Mayu breaks the trophy. Oh,